Tonight, one of the most important speeches of Joe Biden's career as the president delivers an election year State of the Union, the economy, the border, and the other topics he'll cover as the president aims to convince America he's fit for a second term in office. The CBS Evening News starts now. Good evening, I'm Norah O'Donnell, and thank you for being with us. President Biden is about to leave the White House to head to Capitol Hill to deliver a critical address to the nation before what may be the largest TV audience he'll get this election season. It is a chance for the commander-in-chief to reframe the political debate about not only the state of this country, but also his stewardship of it. Earlier today, I went to the White House for a conversation with the president about what he'll talk about. He is eager to engage politically with Republicans. CBS's Ed O'Keefe is at the White House, and Ed, the president tonight will use the phrase America's comeback.
That's right, Nora, and as he engages with Republicans, he plans to call out how they've lost elections for supporting the repeal of Roe v. Wade and promise to sign a federal law protecting access to abortion services if it's ever passed. The president's also planning to take at least a few jabs at his likely Republican opponent, Donald Trump. President Biden has spent the past year touting a strong economy.
Wages are up more than prices. Unemployment has reached historic lows.
But polls show most voters aren't feeling it. Inflation, though down in recent months, has soared on his watch. Tonight, he'll use his State of the Union to push Congress to cap out-of-pocket drug costs at $2,000 a year for Americans with private health insurance, and to restore the expanded child tax credit for low- and middle-income families. The president also plans to touch on immigration, an area where he's vulnerable and under constant attack by former President Donald Trump.
Let there be no doubt this is Joe Biden's invasion.
The number of migrant crossings spiked to more than 2.4 million in the last fiscal year, compared to under a million at a similar period in the Trump presidency. Biden's own allies have criticized his handling of the Israel-Hamas war and the rising death toll in Gaza. Thousands voted against him for that reason in recent Democratic primaries. Tonight, the president will announce the U.S. military is set to build a temporary port along the coast of Gaza to help deliver humanitarian aid. White House officials say the president's also expected to draw contrast with Trump, especially on the subject of reproductive rights, with IVF patients and fertility doctors expected in the audience. Since the repeal of Roe v. Wade, 13 more states have approved complete bans on abortion services.
Stop playing politics with a woman's lives and freedom. Let doctors do their job.
Kate Cox, who was blocked by the Texas Supreme Court from terminating a non-viable pregnancy, is scheduled to be in the First Lady's box. With the president's age a major concern for voters, his performance tonight will be closely watched.
We can all see Joe Biden's weakness.
Trump's super PAC released this blistering ad this morning, timed to tonight's speech. And with hundreds of Trump allies in the House chamber tonight, Speaker Mike Johnson told CBS Mornings he advised his members to be professional.
We've been trying to turn the temperature down here.
Now, according to excerpts of the speech, the president will include a riff on his age and Trump's. He'll say his long public life has taught him to embrace themes like freedom and democracy. Some other people my age, he'll say, embrace themes like resentment, revenge, and retribution. A way of reminding voters his opponent is also an old guy. Nora?
Ed O'Keefe, thanks very much. Our coverage of the president's State of the Union address and the Republican response will begin tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, and we'll see you then.